Hey, what's up? Good morning. I am getting ready to go teach a Zumba class this morning. And I was just sitting here making my playlist, getting ready to go. And yes, I'm wearing cigarette earrings. Aren't these cool? These are like a throwback to my childhood. I love it. Okay, merits and marbles. So I was thinking about you this morning because I was imagining, you know, just like all of us do, I was getting up this morning and I was like, man, this is going to be a great day today. And I know that even though we wake up and we might have the best possible intentions, and I'm lucky because I'm now in a situation with my life where I've done all that work to protect my domain, right? Like this is my queendom, and I don't allow other people to come into my queendom and turn it into a shit show, right? But maybe you're not quite there yet. You're still dealing with somebody that's toxic or dysfunctional in some way. And you find yourself giving yourself the pep talk, right? On the way into work, for example, let's say that toxic person is at your work today. And you wake up and you're like, man, I've got the best intentions. And you like brainstorm the whole way to work, right? Like, okay, if they do this today, I'm going to say this, or if they do that, I'm going to do that, and you like strategize how you're going to like get out of Dodge and avoid the idiot. And you do so much mental gymnastics, or you wake up in the morning, you're like, it's going to be a great day. And then you're greeted by your partner, and already as soon as they get out of bed, they're like, they're moaning, they're sleeping in because they're hungover, and you're like, now I got to do everything. So it's like you have the best intentions, but other people are getting in the way of your awesome life and the things that how you want to feel on a regular basis. And honestly, the very definition of codependence is using other people as your barometer for how much joy or suffering you're to experience on a daily basis, right? It's like you have the best intentions, but you wake up, and if somebody else is suffering or they're in a bad mood or they're aggressive, then you've got to follow suit and match that energy. So I want to give you three strategies today, just to take through your day today, to remember these strategies when you're dealing with the idiot, somebody that's getting on your nerves, somebody that's hard to handle. The first thing I want you to always remember, okay, and this is a principle that I don't care what is going on. I don't care how much this person is trying to convince you that you are the problem, okay? That you're the root of all the suffering, and you're creating all this stuff, and you're the reason I'm this way, and you're the reason I act like this, and da 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 da. I want you to understand that it's not about you. People behave how they behave independent of you. And now you might be saying to me, well, I said that to them. I wake up in the morning in a bad mood, Heidi, because it is them. They're creating a bad mood for me. No, you you have a choice. And this is what we forget. And I know sometimes it can be really tough to remember that we have a choice and we have a decision to make. But there's no more important decision that you're ever going to make in your entire lifetime than who you do life with. That includes your partner, that includes your spiritual power. Who you're doing life with is probably the number one indicator of how happy you're going to be. So if it is true that somebody else is the root cause of your suffering, that you believe that they are, then what are you doing? What are you doing in that environment? Even though it's not about you, like you can look at somebody's bad attitude and they're having a grumpy day and they're being like an idiot. And you're like, okay, let me practice that. It's not about me, right? It's about them. I'm going to give them and allow them to have their feelings. In fact, there's a game I like to play. I don't have it here with me. I have it in my bag of tricks. I should go grab it. Let me get my bag of tricks. Okay, this is my bag of tricks. All right, this old, it's like an old Louis Vuitton doctor bag, and in here I have, all my little tools that I want to use in order to see things more clearly. Uh, and you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember that comedian Gallagher that used to smash watermelons, and he had like a bag of tricks? Or that other comedian that went way too far with the plastic surgery? What's his name? The red hair, Carrot Top, who had like a bag of tricks as well. Okay. This is a patch I intend to sew on my things. I know you are, but what am I? Um, okay, where is it? Where is it? Oh, here's another patch that I want to put on something. It says blow me and it's a little dandelion. Oh, this is a good one. Wait, this is a good one. Where did it go? This is the original bullshit button. Bullshit. Okay. But basically what I'm looking for is this little thing. This is called the hot potato game. So when somebody is in your space today, okay, and they're like attempting to throw it on you, to make you feel bad, to rile you into their drama, to make you the root of all their problems, somebody, wakes up and they are, or they're confronting you and they're saying something rude and terrible, like let's say that they woke up and they're hungover. Okay. I know that might not be a stretch because many of us that are here are in relationships with people that are dysfunctional and they're coping with alcohol and other substances or medication or whatever. So let's pretend they're sleepy in the morning, they don't have their shit together, whatever. And they look over at you and they're like, oh, and they're in a terrible mood and they're grumpy and you're like, and you're feeling that mood. And you're like, oh shit, they're in a bad mood today. They're grumpy, they're tired, whatever. And instead of like allowing somebody to have their feelings, you make it about you. All right. And you're like, oh my God, well, I can't have this. I can't have them acting this way or thinking that or thinking this. And what you do is you launch into fixing mode. And this is tip number 2. When somebody has a problem, an aggression, an issue, a mood, it's not your job to fix it. We do that though, because we don't want to sit in it because it's uncomfortable, right? So, like, fixing it is the first inclination that comes to us because we just don't want to be in the shit show. So, we're like, well, let me fix this shit show, right? But you don't need to fix it. There's another approach that you can take called hot potato that I happen to love and teach all the time. And that is when somebody goes, here's fixing. Here's what fixing looks like. Oh, well, I'm having a shit day today because I woke up late and now I have to run around and the kids and da 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 da. And you're tempted to fix it. And you're like, well, and you want to like lecture or blame or educate, take this opportunity and look at your loved one and be like, well, you wouldn't feel that way if you would have gotten to sleep last night. I guess the choices that you made, you wanted to like launch into, getting them to take accountability for why they're in such a shitty mood or why they're running late, and you want to like school them and educate them and everything like that. Instead of doing any of that and launching into like superiority mode, like, well, let me teach you something. We're going to hand them back the hot potato. They give you the hot potato. I'm in a shit mood. You're like, hot potato. They're like, I'm running late. Everybody's the best. And you simply take the potato and give it back. Wow. Looks like you're angry this morning. Wow, looks like you're frustrated this morning. Yeah, I'm angry and frustrated because you guys are all running around and I can't. Wow, looks like you need to take care of that. Wow, how are you going to handle that? Wow, sounds like you've got an issue to tackle there. Wow, sounds like you got a challenge. What if you just pretended that it wasn't your problem for once? And you just, when people try to give you problems today or give you attitude today or put it on you, you just give it back, not give it back like an eye for an eye. Oh, yeah, well, you're an asshole, not give it back, but let them have their problems. Here, have your problem. Here you go. I don't want it. Hot potato. Nobody wants a hot potato. This thing's going to burn your little little fingers. Give it back. Okay. Period. Boo bam. The last thing, though, I want to tell you, in addition to number one, don't take it personally, right? Number 2, play hot potato, give them their issues back to them. The third thing that you can practice today is this. We are a nation that wants to numb and dumb our emotions. We want to feel better immediately. We are an instant gratification world that we live in, right? So if I'm feeling angry or dissatisfied or upset, my first inclination is going to be to like try to fix that feeling or rush in or change the way that I'm feeling because I don't want to feel that way. But do you know that your feelings are the fuel that you need to make the changes you need to make in your life? If you are waking up in the morning on repeat, and every time you're waking up, you're like, oh my God, I got to do this shit again. If you're playing mental gymnastics, as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, thinking about how to navigate the person you're next to and figuring out how to walk through the house and where the eggshells are and where the tripwires are and how you can not get sucked into their toxicity and drama, you in the wrong bed. You're in the wrong house for you. Your job is not to learn how to continue to eat more shit and put up with people's stuff. Your job is to learn how to recognize people's shit, give it back to them, give them their own shit. And then guess what you do? You exit. You're not supposed to learn how to be a ninja of bullshit, how to like handle it all. And, don't you have a black belt in that already? Like I always say that, right? You have a black belt in bullshit. Don't you have a black belt in tolerating other things that are, people's stuff all the time? What if your life's lesson wasn't to learn how to tolerate it more? Or what to do whenever somebody's coming at you, but how to escape, how to get out of that scenario, how to stop putting yourself in situations like that, and how to navigate your life with ease and joy and flow. What would it be like if you were waking up in the morning without the thought, how do I manage this person? How do I fix this? How do I control that? How do I make this? How do I do? And you didn't have to like be the conductor because other people are not functioning. And now you got to play the violin and the drums and you got to do the flute and you got to do all the things. And this person's over here like out to lunch, not knowing what the fuck, what's going on. So you can learn how to like be a bigger person and a better person and keep trucking and take on more responsibility. Or you can learn how to attract true partners in your life, how to attract people that lift you up instead of put you down, people that fan your flame and try to snuff you out, put you out. Right. That's what I want for you. So those are some tips today. Let me know which ones you're going to use. I'm going to go off and teach my Zumba class today. And also, that's the other thing. There are some things in life that you do have to talk yourself into, right? Like, I don't want to teach today because I'm lazy. All right. I don't have the energy this morning. I'm like, oh God, I got to teach Zoom, but I'm trying to put a playlist together. It's got like slower songs. So I can be like, okay, just like, you know, but the truth is that is something that I want to do today because it's better for me, right? It's called pain with a payoff. And a lot of us have things in our lives that are pain with a payoff, like teaching Zumba. I'm going to get in there and I'm going to get into it, and then I'm going to feel better because I sweat and I got some energy. I created some more energy and things like that. And you know, but other things that you're doing all these mental gymnastics to work yourself into and talk yourself into is a waste of your energy and time because you could be waking up and having flow and ease, at least at the bare minimum, with the people that you surround yourself with. There, like I said, there's nothing more important than who you do life with. So take those tips into consideration today and let me know how it shakes out for you. And I'll see you maybe another day this week when I feel inspired to come and share with you. Okay. Bye.